Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching You. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in the link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in, and enjoy. So, very interesting start to, the new season. There was another death. What a surprise. But actually, the big surprise is Joel didn't undertake this death. Yes, he wasn't the one that's going around killing people. Very interestingly, he's posing as a teacher in Oxford, it looks like. And, he's got this nice apartment. And when he looks out the window, we can see like a couple on the other side. Now, the interesting thing is, obviously, he's observing them. That's just what he does. So he's realizing that the wife/girlfriend's not really that connected with kind of the boyfriend, but the guy was the one that got Joel the apartment in the first place. He's the one that keeps inviting him out for drinks, and he's always putting it off. But he had to go this time because obviously the woman was outside. She was going to a car and she was getting mugged. Joel's run over. He's kind of saved her, and as a thank you, he's invited him to this literally stushy famous party where loads of rich people have gone. Joel feels out of place, but he's in there. He's being introduced to everybody. It's kind of setting the foundation of who the characters are, and then obviously he's been given some shots of absinthe. He's gone a bit crazy. He can't remember what's going on. He stumbled home. He's been put on the couch. He's woken up in the morning, made a brew, walked in the kitchen, dead body on the table. Yes, Malcolm, the guy that introduced him to the party, the guy from next door that he's watching through the window, he's now dead with a knife in his chest. Joel's thinking that it was him. He's wrapped him up. He's put the body in his car. He's gone to a sawmill at the night time. He's cut him up. He's launched the body into the river. Now, the interesting thing is, Joel thought, yes, that's okay, done and dusted, fine. Turns out it's not even him. He's getting anonymous text messages. Mate, I can't believe, you managed to get rid of the body that quick. I didn't expect you to be able to do that, do the cover-up. I'm impressed, especially seeing as you didn't actually do the death. So, I mean, it's really interesting. So, somebody's just literally anonymously texting Joel saying he didn't kill anybody, but he's surprised at how quick he'd be able to cover up and, clean up the scene. So, now he's in a party, sat down with loads of, loads of rich people. It's one of them. He knows it's one of them as well. I know it's one of them. I put the suspicion on the guy that's trying to run for mayor / his, his partner, Malcolm's partner. But I have no idea. We also had an interesting story to see how Joel got into this situation. Basically, he's obviously followed Marianne to France, learned that she was in England for an art exhibition. He's come over. She's seen him. She's ran off. She was scared. They had a confrontation. He let her go. Now, a hitman hired by, obviously, Love's parents has found him, said, look, mate, I can't bother killing you. Just give me all the money out of Love's account. We'll call it square. Do you know what I mean? You got to kill Marianne just so that every bit of evidence kind of like in relation to this is gone, and then we could both go our merry ways. I've got new identities for you. You have that. I'll sail off into the sunset. All this money, you can live on. I won't kill you. Joel's agreed to it, but he didn't actually kill Marianne. He just stole a necklace, sent him a picture, was like, job's done. So maybe that can come back and bite him on the foot later, mate. Who knows? But that's where we currently are. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the first episode. If you do enjoy today's, please smash like. Really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
One of you fuckers sent me those texts. One of you killed Malcolm, left him on my table. You know I cleaned up his body, like someone who's never, ever done that before. Unfortunately, that may be very interesting to you.
You all right, Jonathan? You look sick.
I'm fine. What was that?
Jonathan was saying your story is riveting, but it's time for a toast.
You steal my spotlight, and I murder you.
Can I play it off? It might be him. He is annoying though. Now they're sending him notes. Envelopes.
Scan the QR code. Suspects a frame job, and now a cryptic invite evoking a British murder mystery. The lowest form of literature.
You cannot tell me, that the murder mysteries are not good. What's the one with Daniel Craig that's just been released? There's two of them. Yeah, they're really good as well. And I think there's two as well. One happened on a train, Murder on the Midnight Express. There's another one that happened on a boat. That one's pretty good. I actually loved it. His Knives Out in it, yeah. And then The Glass Onion, that's another one. And then the two that I've just said. So murder mysteries are really, really good. I really enjoyed them.
Of course you're using FNS. No reverse lookup. Messages disappear after they've been read. A favorite of the elite and the paranoid. When did you put this on my phone?
Steady there, John boy.
This is why I don't drink. What is this? Simon's Art Show? Must I Google everything? Ah, did you murder your shitty boyfriend, leave him on my table, and now you're taunting me?
She's one of my suspects.
Mooney loved whodunits. I always thought they were word search puzzles for adults. Circle the clues, win a game, not exactly art.
Oh, are we going to study these?
No. This is a personal project.
Too bad. I fucking love whodunits. Honestly, Professor, I think that your problem is that mysteries are entertaining.
Why would that be a problem for me?
Because who doesn't have to be entertaining? White, male, geniuses. All the rest of us, if you want to be published, you better be riveting. And that is why Agatha Christie is a best-selling novelist of all time. So what is the project?
Oh, I'm still zeroing in.
So here's the whole Dame Agatha. There are no coincidences. 2, all motives always boil down to sex, money, or revenge. The first suspect is usually the second victim. Obviously, if your book becomes a bestseller, I get 10%.
That's a deal.
Reckon he's gonna fall for her?
Jocelyn Goldberg.
Elliot, you son of a bitch.
I thought we agreed you never call this number again.
The texts. Malcolm Harding.
I can't tell you what a relief it is to have no idea what you're talking about. Fuck you very much for making me destroy this perfectly good phone.
Nice jacket. Brown's your color. Motherfucker, where are you? Absolutely not a real professor.
What are we saying, people?
Why did you kill Malcolm? Your name isn't Jonathan Moore. Fuck.
Right. Now, I think it could be the girl that was just helping him in the library. Don't know why. But she was saying usually, I don't know, could be somebody close or something. I don't know. I do love a good guess. I'm going to rotate around the whole cast. So at the end of the day, I'll end up guessing who it was, but you can't really take no credit for it because everybody's become the suspect. I do it all the time in all the films. Actually, in Glass Onion, yeah, I feel like I got that character instantly.
Phoebe. She was adamant I visit. No idea what I said to her in the black hole, but she is a fan of Jonathan. This guy's having a drink at 10 a.m. Perfect. I can come back.
No. Siggy break. What you said to me the other night. I don't know that I've ever been seen so completely.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, here we go.
And Adam.
You done well there.
It's not Theranos, buddy. Relax. Come on.
Tea?
I'm grateful to Malcolm for insisting I come the other night.
Malcolm.
A bite.
Kate likes him. Good enough.
Hey, would you pay a £10,000 membership to a club ironically affiliated with the Church of Satan?
Don't interrupt, darling. Who are you wearing? It's Simon's opening.
Malcolm's Ice Queen sex friend, Kate. It's her big night. We can't have any random beardos showing up in some diffusion line. Can you take Phoebe's Dickensian orphan to the gallery? Tom said the suit's there, right?
I don't know, man. I think Joe looks good, me, but they're slagging him off like he looks poor. I must look like literally poverty.
There are several suspects who've never worked a day in their lives.
Ah, if it isn't the penniless professor.
Like Connie, the horse guy, and the artist, who evidently lets his work do the talking. Phoebe sent me. Interesting. Phoebe carries a lot of weight with this crowd.
Isn't it? Look at that.
What you want.
You know, I was just talking to Malcolm about...
brain-free fuckboy wouldn't know art if it's shit in his mouth.
You into betting horses, Professor?
Enough about Malcolm.
Did they all hate him?
Well, Jonathan, if Phoebe has adopted you, all I can say is, lucky you. That jacket makes you look like a waiter.
Show will be a triumph, and it's the best work I've ever done. I'm not dancing for them.
If I want more from these people, I need better questions. I need to know more about Malcolm.
Right, the interesting thing is nobody seems to like Malcolm. All them had like a stuck-up like look, say, every time his name was spoken. And he was saying as long as, you know, she sees it's all right, then they're happy with it. So obviously, her just there, she's still obviously worried. You know, she was on the phone, she was leaving voicemails. It's interesting because he just said, mate, if I was writing a book, you'd be too obvious. That is true. And that's why it kind of makes me think sometimes the obvious is the right one, because sometimes you disregard them because you're like, mate, it's definitely that person. But on the other hand, I'm thinking that Joe, what he should do is try and, I was going to say try and seduce her, but it was her partner that's gone in it, Malcolm. So I don't know, man. He needs to get in with her and get a guard down and then gain more, because she's the closest to Malcolm. So she would know who and, you know, who likes him more and who not, and any reasons, and then any stressful, you know, situations and motives that people may have against him. So she's the one that he needs to work his way in. And so far, she's a bit like, you know, a bit not stuck up, but walled. He seems like a wall and strong personality. So again, it's really interesting.
Let's hope she's got a copy of Malcolm's office key.
Straight into breaking in. Look at that.
Bingo. Malcolm's office. You killed him for a reason. Sex. Money. or revenge. My detective fee? Silver wand, Surrey hope. Okay, I'm stumped.
You into betting horses, Professor?
Horses?
Oh, Professor, I was just leaving him a note because he missed office hours.
Malcolm's girlfriend asked me to check if she left her wallet. We're neighbors, and hence the...
So, how's Mysteryland?
I'm still trying not to lose hope.
Tell me you're not having your detective generically muck about for a motive. So your detective's got to be special in some way, a superpower, deduction, or knowing science or whatever. I've really just helped you, haven't I?
Kind of maybe change his personality and how he's looking at it and approaching it.
To a stranger, I have strengths I've not been leaning on. When Adam opened Sundry House, it officially became his first project not to die before it started. His brother's a senator, family golden boy, possibly our first gay president. Since dating Phoebe, he's cleaned up his act.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Adam Pratt as Louis XIV, the Sun King. Sun King? Malcolm was talking about Adam.
Thank you.
Gasp.
Thank you so
It's
much.
Thursday.
Always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Let's crack Malcolm's code. What? Louis the Sun King and Dagger.
Beg me.
Oh, he's getting a golden shower.
Oh, thank you. Oh, more. Give it to me.
I seen enough.
What the fuck?
Malcolm knew about that. Oh.
Oh, what the fuck?
I'm doing research. I'm writing a book.
What kind of book?
It's a mystery, but really it's about inequality, about how they think they're better than us. Like I said, writer. Those are my thoughts.
Well, hello.
I put it all on Silver Wand.
Payment. Needless to say, you're about to suffer from an extremely nasty bout of Alzheimer's.
As sex secrets go, Adam's kink would barely make the Madre Linda Mommy Mafia blink, but if Malcolm knew and was blackmailing Adam to cover gambling debts, well, they have found you. As suspects go, Adam needs a good, hard look, unlike these NFTs. I'm sorry, it's not art. There he is. Here we go.
You know NFTs, right? I understand stocks, I understand bonds, but I don't understand NFTs. I don't understand it. Like, why, for example, would I want, I wouldn't say it's a cartoon, but like a cartoon portrait, it's the way I could best describe it, of like an ape. Like, why is it that that one there goes for 2 million quid, but the one that Steve made, yeah, that looks exactly the same, goes for £5. Like, why is that one better than that one when they both look like they're the same? Like, I actually don't like stocks. I get it. The value goes up and down. Yeah, bonds as well. You invest in. But like NFTs, I physically don't like. You can look at some NFTs and it's just crap. It's just like a dog wearing a hat, and it's like, mate, I could literally go on Google and type in random generator, and like AI would create one that looks exactly the same. Like, I don't know, where's the value in it? Did Logan Paul not buy one for like 2 million and then it's like worth like 10 quid now? Like, I don't. How did the value go up? What do you do with them? At least like you could say, oh, I've got 5 million shares in Tesla, 10% owner or something. But like an NFT, I've never understood the point of it and how you even get money out of it.
There you are. This is really impressive.
Thank you for that insightful and specific compliment.
Have we met?
Probably at Sundry House. Malcolm brought him the other night.
So American, eh? Yes, you look like a California boy.
I hate this guy.
Jonathan, hey, man.
Okay.
Used to make a manatee. Should I invest in it?
This egg?
For 17,000 pounds, you get to crack the egg and see what's inside. Thinking of buying it for Phoebe.
You two seem very happy together.
When you're not getting golden showers from busboys.
I adore her.
Not like, Cone of Silence, Malcolm and Kate.
Auntie John, I never took you for a gossip. Do not ever let that nosy cumrag near your private business. Well, I mean, he'll be wildly British about it, but he will shake you down. You convinced me. I'm gonna buy my girlfriend this fucking egg. You, Jonathan!
He talks like he had no idea that he was dead then. He played that off well if he did.
Reese, raised poor, a man of the people, yet he's here looking perfectly at home.
I think I just fell in love with a cat. I know that none of this is exactly what you stand for.
Did you have friends from college?
Didn't go.
Yeah, a few.
Well, they were kind to me when I needed it.
Are they still?
I think it would be hypocritical of me to disavow old friends for going on being who they are.
Fuck you!
What just happened?
Tell him! Go on! Tell him you're fake! Tell him! Tell him!
An honor. After birth, Metacat had been destroyed. Or perfected. Born in a moment of passion, we witnessed together.
Oh, it's part of the show.
they bought it.
Find her. Arrest her. Just shut the fucking mouth. But only if you ever again want an artist to set foot in this gallery.
Kate,
Go away.
I saw her.
Really? Was it just now when she was ruining my life?
I think I know where you can find her.
I mean, to see how she's got a backup instantly, this Kate. She just hates him and he's not even done anything.
Can we talk?
There's no point running. We'll just ask the manager for your ID.
We don't want to bust you.
I painted those canvases.
Prove it.
Well, if I could, I wouldn't be here, would I? Simon made sure of that.
You did the work, Simon got the credit.
Mm-hmm. There are other assistants, only they're too doped up or scared to say anything. ISIS.
ISIS? Malcolm was writing about her.
Sommelier oils. So if you don't believe me, fuck you.
I believe you.
3,000 enough.
Well, she just wrote her a check for to not speak, that she did the drawings.
How much was Malcolm going to give you?
He said he was going to expose Simon. That's all I ever really wanted.
I think it was brave.
Yo, all of them are proper annoying though. No, she's not. I mean, all the people that are possibly involved.
I cannot understand why you are here. This isn't your world. This isn't even your city. Saving me from a mugging doesn't mean you get in my life. You are a hollow nobody with no life of his own.
Why is she a proper bitch? It pisses me off. Like, what has Joel done to her for her to ever talk to him like that for?
Maybe you were brilliant once, and the pressure to keep producing is why you exploited Blue, the artist before her. Come on out. Come on out, Simon.
Yo, Simon's getting killed. No, it's not obviously Kate then.
What do you want?
I'm getting closer to finding out who you are. On a related note, you missed the best part of the night. Nadia was right. The first suspect is usually the second victim.
See, I did suspect this Nadia. I did. I know that I threw suspicions around. I'm still... Kate was wearing all black then. But the person who walked in was wearing, like, grey. But I'm going to stick with it so far. I'm going to say it's either Nadia and Kate. You know, well, to be honest, I'll throw the guy who wants to be mayor as well in there, because I did give it him last episode, and I've not seen anything for it to be anybody else so far. Well, not anybody else, but to deter me away from them. You know, he's kind of making it look like him this episode, but he's just been killed, so it's not them. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's still open. The book's still there. The names are still on it. I'm not crossing them off yet. I'm still keeping it. Those are my three.
You killed Simon, texted me to gloat, and now you won't text me back.
Yes, thank goodness our dear old friend Jonathan is here.
Rolled, however. And they don't seem to be grieving all that hard.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, it's more Phoebe's friend. Cool, you know? It's like, who cares what you turn into if they knew you at school?
That's just what Reese said.
That's in it, and he's got grey pants on now.
Maybe Simon killed himself. His ear was missing, some kind of Van Gogh homage.
Someone cut off his ear.
He was practically impaled.
That hideous earring must have been worth a few thousand. Good luck fencing that thing.
Silver lining for Kate. Simon's shit is worth now. Stupid cat is going to be the biggest commission she's ever seen.
I wonder if he's getting revenge because obviously, like, he had nothing when he was younger and these all had money and it was his friends and didn't help or something.
What was your first thought when you heard Simon was murdered?
Good.
Shot. Maybe karma caught up to him.
I knew he was a bad person, but I sincerely hoped he might change. I keep thinking that if Simon had lived to, you know, one day come clean, not so much with the world, but with himself, no, he could have been... So I'm gutted he's dead.
He sounds genuine.
Yeah.
I need to regroup before you hurt anyone else or actually succeed in finding out more about me.
How many days has it been?
I still don't think she's you.
Blue, have you left the police station? It's good you gave a statement. You have nothing to hide. Sure, 28 days. They're expecting your call, which you'll do today if you're serious.
Is Kate helping her? Even Reese's brand of screw-up gone good. Kate is horrible to Blue in public, then secretly pays for rehab.
Mate, see what I mean? She's alright to her, but like, when people are around, she's not.
Or Agatha? I find that people say that they're writing a book for vanity, like Malcolm.
He was writing a book?
Was he? He volunteered to read my pages and then just left me hanging. Now it's just like I never existed to him, so...
Was she just a student? No, Malcolm really was a full-spectrum asshole.
I'm sure it's not like that.
My entire identity as an aspiring writer can just pause it.
I would be happy to read your pages.
I've got to go. I knew you were cool for a millennial.
Oh. But it's not just now. It's literally like deep in.
But I did it. Hello, Joe.
If it's one of those, mate, they have done some hardcore digging. But who could it be, man? Like, literally, at the start of the season, I said it would have been so sick if it was Love. You know, if somehow she survived, if she did. But then, obviously, it wouldn't make sense. And again, you know, we did see Love's family coming to try and take Joe out, didn't we, at the last episode? And are we still alive now, of the hitman and that? So, it's intriguing. Joe should... Mate, oh, if only if he had a few little cameras in his house, man, he could have got people coming. But mate, I go full investigation mode. Me, Joel's hardcore, isn't there? Like, I wouldn't put it past him to be able to go into the building security cameras and look at it that way and get the suspects from coming in and out of the building, because he obviously is in a place that's wealthy. His flat is massive. It's in London. It's going to cost a bomb. You know what I mean? Having security around the cameras is definitely a thing that's going to be happening. So it's interesting to see that somebody's come in. They've got pictures of Beck, pictures of Shorty, pictures. Was it Love on the wall as well? Marianne. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're all digging deep into it. We had oh, what was her name now? Was it Jules? I don't think it was Jules. The one who fancied Beck, and he killed her as well. Do you remember when he went to her house? He ran and hit her over the head with a rock. She was on that wall. So somebody's done some hardcore digging. It's a full-on setup. It's not just a coincidence. You know what I mean? Like, Malcolm didn't end up at Joel's table because it was an accident. Somebody's obviously figured out who he is or seen him and implemented this. And the fact is, he can't go and tell anybody as well. That's the worst thing about for Joe. Like, he can't go and run and tell the police that he's being, you know, stalked, or he can't say people breaking into his apartment, or he can't reveal the information that he knows about Malcolm because he doesn't want them to know anything about his past. So it's like a... I mean, it's like a double-edged sword, really. You go and tell them, try and get help, you get took yourself. You don't do anything, people come after you. Do you know what I mean? Something bad can happen again. So, mate, all episode I've been twisting and turning, thinking of who it is. I know last episode I said I thought it was the guy who was running to be mayor / Kate. This episode, I kept it with them two, but I've added that girl in. You know, he's speaking to him then and helping about the murder mysteries and stuff. I don't know why. I just feel like, well, she knows who Malcolm is again, so like she has to be added to the thing, and she's also getting close to Joe and just, I don't know, man, just giving a bit of information here and there, telling him what he wants to hear as well. Do you know what I mean? Certain situations, and sometimes it's like keep your friends close and your enemies closer, and you know what I mean? Until I see more, she's in there now as well. She is a suspect. Okay, that's gonna wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. So, who do we think is doing these killings? Because, you know, Simon was killed in today's episode. So basically, 2 episodes, 2 deaths. You know, we're not playing around. We're going straight in there. Both times, interestingly, it's not been Joe, which has been, you know, totally different to the other seasons that we currently had. I still don't know who it is, me. Now, I was trying to look at the outfit. So when Simon was killed, it was somebody wearing black shoes and he was wearing grey pants. And he seemed to know the person as well. Like, what are you doing here? And obviously he's been killed. Now, the interesting thing is, Joe went out with Kate, didn't he? And she was wearing a full-on black outfit and had paint all over it. Now, she was back at the gallery, you know, when that actually happened. So I was saying, oh, it's obviously not Kate because Joe and her have just been away. But obviously, Joe was sat outside and she was in there. She ran out and welcomed the police, so to speak, to come inside and investigate. But later on in the episode, when we was at, you know, we was at the house, and it was all sat down, none of them seemed to really care that he was dead, Simon. Do you know what I mean? He was all laughing, joking, cracking, you know, cracking up a laugh, and nobody was really that bothered until Reese went outside, and obviously he was saying that he wasn't really shocked that Simon had died, pretty much because of, you know, just the way he treats people, and, you know, he might have had a lot of enemies and stuff like that. But he was actually wearing some grey pants and black shoes, and then it makes me think maybe he's involved. Do you know what I mean? Like, because did he mention something as well about friendships of the past or something? You know, he said something to Joe, I believe, like when he was sat at the bar, and he said, why'd you hang around with these people? Oh no, he said it at the gallery, and he said, well, you know, it's like school friends, you know, he was there for you when you needed it, so to speak, and then obviously, you know, you still see them every now and again and support the ventures, so to speak. And then later on, when he was at that house, he was speaking to somebody else, and he was saying, you know, child, like friends, you know what I mean? Like, even if you don't like them, you're still school friends. And he was like, that's kind of like the second time that somebody said that. And now it makes me think that, obviously, all these people are rich. You could see it when he was at the party and he was sat down. Joe was saying it's easier to distinguished people that have just been born fully into the wealth. You know what I mean? Like, they have no idea how much something kind of costs. Yeah, let's walk around with all these like thousands of pounds bags and buy an egg for 18 grand like today's episode, compared to like those two who've had a rough childhood and you've been brought up and been through it all and gained, well, that guy Reese has gained his wealth that he currently has. Obviously he's been from one end of the spectrum to the other, but maybe that's why he's going after them. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe it's like, you know what, you never supported me when I was down, we was friends and that, but you know, you've had a different lifestyle, we've been through all this and that, and you don't really care about ventures, and you just all just self-centered. I don't know, I'm just picking, you know what I mean? I'm literally just picking here and there. Kate's always been like really stuck up and bitchy to Joe, from being honest, and he's not really done anything. She was like, why are you here? Who invited you to our friendship group? Do you know what I mean? Why are you in England, pretty much? Like, yeah, just because you come and save me don't mean that we're going to be friends. He's like, mate, and never, to be honest, Joe don't want to be part of any of that. He didn't want to go to the party, he didn't even want to really save you, did he? And now, obviously, because he's been involved in this murder, he's finding himself in these situations. And to be honest, yeah, he's supposed to be rich. Why are they walking around with like iPhone 7s? Literally, it's about the third time I've seen somebody using that. Like, the camera's awful on it. The phone's crap that they're all using. Literally, all crap. Not good ones, especially for the rich anyway. 25k a year or something to go to that guy's party, and he's walking around with an iPhone 7. I'm not too sure. But it is interesting what's going on. Still suspecting, still trying to guess. I threw Nadia into the fold just because she kind of knows Malcolm now. She's getting a bit more invested into Joe, and like I was saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer is another, you know, another thing that actually does run true in these things. But also, that girl's interested in Joe. She was like, oh, mate, the way he said and spoken to me really, like, opened up my eyes. You know, he knows the perfect thing to say. But her kind of relationship with her boyfriend is kind of iffy as well. You know, she was kind of dropping a shoulder to Joe, do you know what I mean? Exposing the bra a little bit. So I literally have no idea. You know what I mean? All of them, first of all of them seem like fucking arseholes, to be fair. But it is interesting as well, because they all seem to not really have any emotion that he's missing. They don't really like Malcolm, not bothered. You know, as long as Kate liked him, they kind of accepted him, but none of them really liked him. Don't really care that Simon's dead, you know what I mean? None of them really showing any emotion. And as well, Joel's obviously broken into his office, seen this book. He's got all these code names down, you know, like about people betting. Maybe he was into money troubles, you know what I'm saying? So again, it just adds another layer to it, and it keeps you guessing. So it's very interesting. Can't wait for the next episode. Thanks for checking out this one. If you did enjoy it, please smash like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.